Welcome. Today it's about like the new Gutenberg training, which is basically the new editor of our Planet 4 sites. I'm just taking Africa as an example, but all your sites are already in Gutenberg. So if you go to kubernetes.planet4.greenpeace.org/yorenaro, you can log in and already see your site. As you may guess, nothing changes in the front end. All our blocks correctly work. Links have not been touched. Everything is fine. What is mainly changing is the backend. So if you go inside and just basically access your dashboard, once you log in, you'll see that the dashboard itself, so the administrator or editor layout, is really the same. The real main difference of Gutenberg versus the current editor, the classic shortcake based editor, is that Gutenberg is a modular interface. You see, like, you have a bunch of blocks. It's really designed like Medium style. If you guys use Medium or have used other blogging platform, that's the tendency of modern web, whereas like the current editor, the ones that we are all using right now, is just a body, and then you can add the page element based on shortcake technology. So that's really the big deal. I mean, if you then I'm gonna quickly walk you through the most popular blocks that we are using, but just so you know, the main difference is that, for example, if you copy a piece of content from an existing page or a Google Doc or whatever you want, you just paste it here. Gutenberg will automatically create different blocks. So you see, for example, this our mission was like a heading style in a heading paragraph style in your classic editor. Here it creates a block called heading. So each time you enter, you hit it, and this is a regular paragraph. Each time you hit enter, it creates automatically a new paragraph block, and all these are blocks. This is really the main difference. Everything is considered a piece of modular interface that allows you to switch to move around, to customize, to insert different type of rich text or different type of visual editors. But really, that's the main innovation. So if beforehand we just use blocks to add particular page elements, such as images and so on, images, galleries, or Planet 4 blocks, here we use blocks to do basically everything. Okay, the only fixed part that are untouched is the title, of course, which is itself, it's a block where you cannot really move it around. It's just the title, the settings on the right that we are going to see in a second, and the page element fields, which are exactly the same as they are right now. Okay, all the rest, all your in-page content, including our Planet 4 blocks, the Engaging Networks form block, or whatever you want, is a block. Okay. Now, you see, like, immediately on top left, everywhere you are, everywhere you will be, whichever kind of color you have WordPress, you have this small plus, which you also have here. At the end of every block, you have the chance to add a small plus, you see, which allows you to add a block always after the block that you are editing. And you already access like a bunch of menus that may confuse you at the beginning, but they won't as long as you keep using it. The first drop down is a bunch of most used blocks. So basically, the most popular blocks get some sort of promotion. So most people use paragraph for edit text, the embed for including your social media posts and so on, lists for bullet point lists and so on. The second bit is obviously like also kind of common blocks that are also popular. The third menu is our Planet 4 bunch of blocks. Now I'm editing a post, so there is only 4 blocks, but if you edit a page, such as this one, for example, you will see you have all the Planet 4 blocks ready for you to play with. And they look exactly the same. We'll play a little bit around them. They change a little bit in the edit mode. But basically the content is the same. It's just changing a little bit the user interface. But the content will be presented exactly in the same way, exactly the same criteria. You can put tags exactly the same way and add images as you used to. So whenever you select an image, it will pop up the same window as it happens right now. You get the chance to either use the WordPress media library, or you can either upload file from your laptop or from the GPI media library. So this type of interface is pretty simple. It works exactly the same. Image preset sizes are exactly the same, and yeah, it works the same. What else? So we said about the Planet 4 block. You have a bunch of formatting blocks that are cool, that allows you to like put custom HTML or table, which is a new block. I don't know if you guys are using table right now, but in the classic editor, you only had the chance to like use it through HTML. Now you have a block specifically for that, automatically styled with the Planet 4 style. You have a bunch of new things, which are like layout elements, such as this button block, which is a new feature that we are giving, that the Planet 4 team is introducing. It allows you basically to put buttons according to specific styles that you can see here. It's like a call to action button or a donation automatically style button. Now, this doesn't mean that you should like bombard your sites with buttons all over the place right now, but you just so you know, you have now this type of option. Another cool block that we are introducing, we said about layout elements, there is a separator, which is basically an alignment block, which allows you to like add paragraph, empty paragraph, because each time, as you have seen in the paragraph block, you click enter, it creates another paragraph block. So to add spacing, they use this block. There's a bunch of widgets if in case you want to like add shortcodes, if you have to embed stuff from shortcodes, and then there is the embeds. Okay, there is a bunch of embeds that are kind of popular, with the generic one, but Twitter, Facebook, and the most popular social media. Now, the cool thing about Gutenberg is that if, for example, you take a tweet such as this one, just hit copy and go inside, even if you are in a paragraph block, such I don't know, whatever, just add the new paragraph block and just paste the content of your link, it automatically creates an embed. Okay, so that's the same, it automatically renders it according to our style, and you can totally have a preview and have a look at what it looks like in the front end. Everything is already styled automatically, it's pretty straightforward, it takes a while, you see it's loading in the first place, but as soon as you reload the pages or you publish it, it will go straightforward. It looks the same as it does now. In your current Planet 4 editor, and automatically, of course, since this is a post, it adds automatically the latest articles according to your taxonomy or whatever is it that you are embedded. All right, so yeah, I mean, all blocks, we're gonna have the chance to play with it in a second, but that's pretty much it, really. I mean, you can, of course, edit. You will see that you don't have the screen options over here as you do have currently. But all the features are available, they just have moved a little bit. For example, if you click on the title, you can just edit the permalink right from here. You can also edit from here on the right. So if we have a look at this right part of the section, you see you have the document section, which is basically your page or post. I don't know why they call it document, but whatever. And a specific block that if you select, you see a menu comes available. So if you select, for example, the heading block, the type, the menus, the options available for the block changes, and you can just resize your editor or whatever, align the text according to whatever is your criteria, or yeah, whichever way you want. There is also always like an advanced to add additional CSS if you are a coder. If you know your way around, you can also do it. But coming back to the document generic settings, that's exactly where you set your status and visibility, where you set it public or private or under password or whatever, or password protected. You can do it from here. You can either publish it or schedule it. I don't know what this post format is, but I don't see the point. Change the author if you want. Again, as in the classic editor, you can override the author over here. This is of course not available in pages. You can again modify the permalinks, add your categories and tags. Categories are automatically pulled out. Tags not yet. We are working on the tag cloud as it is right now. But if you add your, if you just start typing your tags, you see they will appear over here. So a minimum of knowledge of your taxonomy is required for the moment. It will the tag cloud as it is in the current editor. So I'm talking about this guy. Is coming soon, not yet, but you can already add tags this way. You can choose the classic post type, of course. Select the featured image as you do right now, customize the excerpt. So as you can see, all the menus that you had in the screen options are being transferred in this document section on the right side. Again, you can select your take action page selector from here if you create posts. Yeah, that's pretty much it for posts. A very cool thing is that you can always access specific block within the post or the content that you are editing from this block navigation model. You also have the information about your content structure, so the word count or whatever, something is incorrect. It pulls out, so that's a cool feature. You can always like redo or undo stuff over here. And yeah, you can hide your You can hide your settings if you want to have a broader overview. We are planning to extend a little bit this editing space because we feel that there is a bit of a wasted space, but so far that's the way. Lastly, there is a few more tools. If you hit on the three buttons over here, you can either decide to have your toolbar right within the block or have it in the top if you want. I don't like it in the top personally, but people do. You can go in spotlight mode. That means that it will allow you only to focus on one block. You see all the others are grayed out. Or you can go also in full screen mode. Means that you want to get rid of the left side settings, which I don't in this case. You can also switch easily from the visual editor to the code editor. For our friends that know a little bit of coding, they can just directly go inside and go directly code base or text base, whatever you prefer. For now, you have the option to switch to classic editor. We will remove it to avoid the temptation. And if you go a little bit underneath, there is reusable blocks, which is a very cool feature that your website administrator will have the chance to create reusable blocks and allows you to reuse them. You also have keyboard shortcuts to copy all the content from one page to the other. For pages, you have the option, of course, to select parent page, which is page attributes. So you can either assign the default template or the right one, or assign the parent page just as it is. You can, of course, do this in your all pages menu over here, and yeah, that's pretty much it.